Rome, let's pull up the next conversation. That is Victor Wembanyama. As someone who saw peak Kobe and the rise of LeBron and Curry in real time, Wemby is the clear face of the NBA, this tweet says. Wemby was walking off the court to MVP chants, I think at an away stadium. It might have been Milwaukee, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's not. He's home.
He's home?
He's home, dude. He's
MVP.
home, guy. He's home, dude.
MVP.
He's home.
Shady I don't think Wemby's the current
He's home,
face of
dude.
the NBA.
He's at home. That's a home game.
Can I ask my question? Wemby's not the current face of the NBA.
No, he's not.
But I think it's fair to suggest Wemby gonna be the face of the NBA. And here's why. Wemby plays a brand of basketball that makes you say, I wish I could be like him. To be a face, you either have to say, I can be like this person, Taylor Swift, or I wish I could be like that person, Michael Jackson. I wish I could be like that person, Beyonce. You either have to say, oh, I can be like that person is just like me, girl next door, guy next door, or I wish I could be like that person. Steph Curry is, oh, I can be that person. In theory, when we watch on TV, we think to ourselves, oh, I can be like Steph. He's not that athletic. He's not that big. He's not that strong. He can't jump that high. If I were to work that hard, I too could develop a jump shot. We think like that. Or there's LeBron James. I can't be him, but I want to be him. Victor Wembanyama falls into that second category of superstar. Not the I can be that person. He's 7'6", crazy wingspan. You can't be him, but you want to be like him. As a result, I'm now convinced Wemby will be the next face of the NBA because in his third year, he's already averaging 24, 11, 4, and 4. Make that make sense. He's about to win a runaway defensive player of the year, should be unanimous, and he's either going to win MVP or he's going to be runner-up for MVP in just his third year playing. So say what you will, because of the freakazoid nature of Wemby, he's the face, 2-5.
The face? Who want to be somebody that's 7'6"? I don't even, who's the tallest person you know? What are we talking about here? Like, listen, Wemby's a great player.
Phenomenal.
My son, he's one of my son's favorite.
Yep.
My son loves Wemby, though.
As he should.
But if I ask him to pick who you want to be like, he ain't going to say Wemby. He can't really relate to that. You got to my guys from France, he's 7 foot, you can't relate to that. Number two. Do you own a pair of Wemby sneakers?
I don't. I'm wearing Jordans right now.
Do you?
I don't know.
I don't either, though. Right? And the thing is, like, yo, you have to relate to the game. And I think he's a great player, but if you ask the little kids running around that's not in the Spurs in San Antonio, like, yo, if you had to pick one sneaker to go to the mall to go get, right, and we're going to pay for it, I guarantee you 90% of them kids will not say, yo, go out there and give me the Wemby shoes. If I go to commercials, though, do you see him on a lot of commercials?
Not a ton.
All right, so my thing's like, when you talk about the face got to be a great player and somebody that everybody can relate to, and they got to have that certain thing about them. You know what I mean? Like, okay, Jokic. So you talking about successful players, right?
Yep.
He's a foreign player, right? He has
MVP.
MVPs. He has everything you want. God, you know, he passed the ball. He do everything.
Sure.
He ain't the face. Luka, talk about resume.
Yeah.
All he does is win. All he does is do well. Since he's been in the league, he's been like 5 or 6 first team All NBAs. Is he the face?
No, sir.
Okay, that's SGA. It got to be him. He got MVPs, his team with the OKC. Now they one of the top in the league. And all he does is have the best team in basketball because of him? He got some nice shoes too, though. Is he the face?
No, sir.
Right. So what I'm telling you is, and I'm going to always tell you this, to be the face of the league, you got to be an American, bro.
Let me push back.
Got to be American.
More now than ever is both the NBA and the sports world accepting of foreign players and trying to pursue foreign players. More now than ever. Look at basketball. Back in the day, we had Akeem Olajuwon. Shout out to Akeem the Dream. Quite literally, Akeem the Dream is why me and my brother started playing basketball, right? Shout out to Christian Okoye, the Nigerian Nightmare. That's why my first email address was Nigerian Nightmare. You couldn't find a Nigerian football player. You couldn't find a Nigerian basketball player. Now the game of football, the game of basketball is littered with foreign players. You're watching football games being played overseas. Australia this year, if I'm not mistaken. Basketball games. You're seeing games played overseas this year in the NBA. More now than ever is the game of basketball and our games in professional sports more accepting of global players. As a result, I think the face of the NBA will reflect that. Where I do think Shady is right is in some regards. Like, man, what's up with the sneakers? Wasn't nobody but wearing Shaqs. Wasn't nobody at Payless wearing no Shaqs. However, you could argue that there was a point in time where Shaq was one of, if not the face of the National Basketball Association. So I don't know that you have to have the most popularized or the best-selling shoe in order to be considered the face of the NBA. Furthermore, SGA. I think SGA is unfortunately in an era where LeBron James and Kevin Durant and Steph Curry are still and were still running things as a face. It's about to be Wemby's league for the next 10 years. SGA is going to have this year. SGA had last year. SGA might have next year. It's about to be Wemby's league for the next 10 years. Dude already got that whole nickname, the Alien. In order to be a face of something, you got to have a nickname, right? Whether you're a one-name guy in Magic, whether you're Air Jordan, whether you're MJ, whether you're King James, you have to have a nickname.
Well, his name is so long. That's why let's keep it short, Wemby. That's the truth. I mean, how many times you say Wembyama? Like, everybody's not going to keep saying that. Like, you the only guy I know that says all these names like that. Nobody does all that. Because you got a name like it, so you understand it. I'm being serious, though. You come from that. All them long names, Giannis. People ain't got time for all that. The Greek freak. Let's keep it short. I'm being serious. So now, when we talk to other Americans, like, we going to make this shit quick. Where you cool with doing all them names and all that. Secondly, Shaq was great, dog. Shaq? Shaquille O'Neal? He never was the face. He's one of the best, most dominant. He's one of my favorite people just to watch.
But you could
for nothing, he had a personality. Wemby don't got a personality like Shaq. Shaq got a personality.
But here's the thing: Wemby's starting to develop it. Obviously,
Shaq. Hold up for a second. You about to argue with me? Wemby got a personality like Shaq?
No, nobody does. But I'm saying Wemby's starting to develop his personality.
Starting to develop it.
Shady, he's a kid. He's like 20. He's like 22.
Shaq came in the league young like that with a personality. He ain't have to develop it. The Superman and having fun and jokes.
But remember, he's French. He's coming to America. He's developing that personality.
And that's what I'm trying to explain to you, dude. When you're American, you got to relate to these people. You're trying to relate. You're trying to... No, it's just natural.
Yeah.
Ant-Man don't got those championships.
Hold on, let me
kids
push
love
back.
Ant-Man.
Let me push back. Because to me...
Smile, swag,
but hold on. Sometimes your game... You don't need to relate to every face, nor do you need to relate to every superstar. There can be a certain aura that is so great surrounding you that you just want to be that person. People can't relate to Michael Jackson. Sorry, you can't. Black, white, indifferent. You can't relate to Michael Jackson. But Michael Jackson was so great that you're like, bro, I just want to be him.
Which Michael Jackson? Because there's Michael Jackson that had afro that people can relate to.
The mixed Mike.
All right, so you see how
Perm Mike.
You see what I'm saying? You picking and choosing now because there was a time when Mike had an afro, but
Thriller Mike. Thriller Mike was the Mike.
And it's dead.
Nope. Afro Mike wasn't Thriller Mike. I'm talking Thriller Mike. I'm talking most old album
Mike
ever.
always been popping. So if I've been...
That's my point.
But time out. If I've always been a fan of Mike of with the afro on, because I can relate to that, because I got one too, and et cetera. I learned about that. And I'll pass that on down to my family. I love Mike because this and the third. And then he grows into the Mike that we love. So... Mike's a bad example. You know what I mean?
The example I'm giving is some people are just not relatable. Even think you said this.
I don't think so.
How relatable? Let's be real. Let's hit a sensitive topic. It's Shady. One of Shady, if not Shady's favorite player, Kobe Bryant.
Yep.
When Kobe came into the league, Kobe was not relatable. Kobe grew up in all types of countries, speaking all types of languages. Kobe was a hoop head to the T. Kobe didn't care to have friends. Kobe didn't have friends. Self proclaimed. I'm not saying this. Kobe said this. Kobe wasn't relatable. And Kobe became the face, and Kobe was Kobe because Kobe was a killer, and his game spoke for itself.
And he's American. That matters, though. I don't know how you can't see it. Bro, this is an American game. When we have the Olympics, and it's this country against other countries, you watch a documentary of, you see how them other countries spoke about America. They want to dethrone us. They didn't like us. They don't like us. Let's be honest. Right? So you telling me the face is going to be on the other side trying to beat us? That don't add up. And another thing about Kobe Bryant, you can say that you want about Kobe. Nike could relate to Kobe enough where they came up with all these different things. The Black Mamba, the this, that, the way he plays. Like, you can relate to that. The dude played in Los Angeles.
Shady, revisionist history. The reason I say revisionist history, Black Mamba, wasn't nobody talking about Black Mamba in 1997, 1998, 1999, 2000. We started talking about Black Mamba by 2005, 2006, 2007. Wemby's in his third year, 2005. Like, in 1998, 1999, Kobe wasn't relatable.
Well, Jordan just left, and Kobe wasn't even the man yet. He wasn't the man yet.
So that's my point. Let LeBron leave.
But when he became... No. What I'm saying, when Kobe became the man, right, and Shaq left...
Shaq had to leave for that.
When Shaq left and Kobe was the man, he was his league.
Yep.
Okay? So I don't... Listen, I love Wemby. It's just that the things I have with him is, like, you can't really relate to a 7'6". Like, when has a 7-footer been like the face of the league for real?
we've never really seen a 7-footer be the best player consistently.
Let's continue. Number two is like, if I'm a kid and I'm going, because like I think you're not looking at the kid part of it. The kids really run the favorite players and the face of the league. It's who you want to be like. So if I have a million kids out here and they want to be like Mike or Kobe or LeBron, like that generates everything. The Steph Currys. With Wemby, I don't know if that's the case.
Let me ask you this. Is it who you want to be like or who's the biggest draw? Because I think
it's both.
In 3 years from now, I think if it's like Wemby, Shea, say Kawhi still in the league, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson, if they all in a line, and I'm sure y'all seen this video, right?
Maybe put Ant-Man in there.
Put Ant in that line too. Maybe y'all seen this video at home, and you got your newborn baby, and the mom stays 10 feet apart, and the dad stays 10 feet apart, and you let the baby crawl to whichever one wants to crawl to.
They're not going to Wemby.
Which one is the kid going to? I would say in 3 years from now, they're going to Wemby. They're going to watch Wemby.
Why though? Because to see you block shots. What? I'm asking you, kids don't like that. You go to the park.
Dude, 24-11 hitting threes at 7'6".
Yeah, I don't like that shady.
I'm just being real. Like, but his
between the legs step back threes.
I love his game, right?
Yeah,
but it's not as. If I had to pick, do I want to watch Wemby play a game? Do I want to watch a Luka play the game or a Shea? Wemby gonna be last.
I want to watch something I've never seen before.
That's you. I've seen Ant-Man play. You gotta tune into these young bulls, man.
I've seen
young bulls. They're not picking Wemby before they're picking Ant-Man. They're not gonna do it. They're not. If you was, I got one for you.
Yep.
If you was starting a brand, right? You had to pick one player from the NBA to endorse your brand, your sneaker line, your jerk, whatever it may be in sports. You're not going out there and say, you know what, my first choice out of everybody in the whole NBA is going to be Wemby. You're not going to do that.
That's a good point.
I know it's a great point. You're not going to do that.
I said it was a good point. You didn't need a backdoor and say I know it's a great point.
But you know what I'm going to get? I'm going to get Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Ant
really is that guy.
Why do you think on every commercial you see him? Yeah, he ain't on no championship.
Ant got it.
He got the it. He got the smile, got the look, got the swagger.
Yeah.
And he ain't living like he ain't living like the, you know what I'm saying?
It's just a matter of time.
Because you can relate to him.
And got to start winning something at some point.
That's cool. Well,
he does. He does.
At some point.
Wemby hasn't won yet.
But I'm saying this year, Wemby in conference, he's going to win a DPOI. He's going to DPOY.
Yep.
So, like, he's won something. He will win something.
Yeah.
And just
kids don't care about that. Kids, see, that's nothing you're not understanding.
They don't.
When you become fans of the game, kids don't care about, oh, well, he won Defensive Player of the Year. They don't care about that.
Yeah.
They care about MVPs.
I think they do care about MVPs.
Well, none of them got MVPs. None of the guys we talking about MVPs.
I think Wemby can be the face of the NBA for France.
Thank you. There you go.
We could just leave it at that.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm sure there are. What'd you say? You said earlier the population was 60 million or something.
66 million.
66 million in France. All those French kids are going to love seeing Wembanyama represent their country. Where? Here in America.
That's right.
With all American faces of the league, historically it's been that way. It's going to continue to be that way. He can be the face of the league for the French kids.
I like that.
He cannot be the face of the league for the NBA in America because it would take a Drake level of commitment for him to assimilate and rip from the culture to be the face of the NBA. And Wemby's not going to do that. He goes with Shaolin monks during the offseason, shaves his head bald. Kids ain't interested in that. You know what they want to see? You know actually who is more close to the face of the league for the kids, even than Ant, than Wemby, than all these guys? LaMelo Ball. And he's not in the conversation talent-wise
none of them.
Any of these guys.
Every kid love him.
They love LaMelo Ball.
I my son about Michael Jordan's or some balls. I want to pop him upside his head. Like, what?
Yeah.
But in his mind, they love him.
They love LaMelo, bro.
So to answer your question, it's not about Wemby, dog. It's about how can I relate to him. Even the simple stuff, like the little hair stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. All the kids want to do the hair, like the Odell. That's part of